What the Constitution means to me is something very important throughout my life, and I think should be important in other people's lives as well. Because the Constitution inspires you to do things that you think you'd never do. And what the forefathers fought and bled and died for is something that should be looked into. A lot of people don't know about the Constitution. They don't know about it. They don't know why. Why do we have it? What difference does it make if this says that and this says that? Well, let me tell you something. The Constitution is important to family, culture, and this nation. It's not a living, breathing document. It's not something that you can whimsily say whatever you want, whenever the wind blows kind of thing. No. The Constitution is important to people. It's something that inspires people to do things that is very great in this nation. We've innovated and invented so many things because of what our forefathers did. And what they did in the past echoes through us today. Today, they are right beside us as we go through these hardships, as people want to take away things like the Electoral College, which stops the consolidation of voting power. It allows everyone to have a voice. People want to get rid of certain things that are tightened to the Constitution. And if you want to, you can, but it takes a very long time to do so. They just want to add laws that supersede over it and walk right over it. But the Constitution is the law of this land. It is important because it makes a citizen important, makes the people important. It allows you to have choice. It allows you to have options. And with that, you're allowed to grow on your soul and be able to learn and experience things that you may not be able to do in some parts of the world. It allows you to not be a slave as much as the government wants you to be a slave. The Constitution stops the government's chains from wrapping around you and holding you down. The Constitution gives you the right to religion, the right to pick whatever job you want, whatever career you want to go into, whatever you like to do. You're allowed to do that because of the Constitution, because of people who died a long time ago. You should be very proud of those people. You should be inspired to do great things. You should wake up in the morning and think, what did they have to go through? What did they have to do for me to have what I have today? Because today, most Americans, majority of them, live like kings. You can eat whatever you want whenever you like. You can buy whatever you want. You can go wherever you want. You are a king. You are a mini king. If you go back hundreds of years, you went back to how people lived back then, to how people live right now, you are a Roman king. Because of the Constitution, wealth was generated. Because of free markets, free society. Government, taxation, income tax, taking away the tariffs, is what led to our country to be where it is today. The Constitution is something that we need to fix in the sense of the income taxes. We need to lower taxes to a point that it's minuscule. If government wants to find a way to build things, it needs to find a way to make money. It does so with the lottery. Why can't it do it with other things? Let it be self-sufficient. It should not be on our backs. The Constitution holds the citizenship hard to heart. Because to be an American means you have the right to choose to live wherever you want, be whoever you want. And with that in mind, you're allowed to grow and develop and produce and create. You're allowed to be a maker. And what I mean by a maker is you're allowed to do those things. America has done great things. Defeated Nazism, defeated communism. It's going to defeat globalism. We are going to go forward. We are going to do great things. With Donald Trump, that was the first domino to rebuilding the Constitution, to making it the law of the land that it needs to be, the natural place that it has. We are not going to allow it to happen anymore. We're going to get energetic. We are going to get loud. We are going to be peaceful. But we are going to use the Constitution to its fullest. It is a God-given right. And I suggest we teach our children and we go forth and we knowledge up our children. We give them the means to learn what the Constitution can do. When I was growing up in school in California, you're not taught much about our forefathers. You're not taught much about the Constitution. It took away something from me, as they wanted to. They didn't want to tell me the truth. They didn't want to present that truth because they knew once they presented that truth, what would happen? What happens when you tell children that in the future, your career, you'll be happy with it. You'll be able to make money. You'll be able to have a family, have a religion or not, have a business or not. Do what you want as long as you don't hurt anyone or hurt property. When you tell someone that, it inspires them to do things. And that's exactly what the Constitution is. And that's why I feel so deeply about it, because it's important that we tell our kids, we tell them what this document meant, what it meant to those people who wrote it, what it means to you as a parent, what it means to you as a citizen. It's time that we step back into nationalism, a country where it thinks of itself first. We don't want a big government. We want a little government that all it does is protects the Constitution. That's what it does. That's what it's for. People who we elect are to defend the Constitution. That is their job. That is the job of a constitutional republic. We are not a democracy. That's just a representation. We are a constitutional republic. We elect people who defend the Constitution, who have just as much of a feeling you feel about the Constitution. That's why you vote. Now there's so many other different policies. People have strayed from the Constitution. That's why I'm making this video, to promote it, to push. I will not let my kids ever not know about what our forefathers died for. I will let them know that the spirit of their forefathers is with them today as they think of their next dreams. Because that's what America's about. God bless, and God bless America.